Hello guys, welcome back to another lovely trading video. In this one we're going to be doing a breakdown analysis on the ticker Dkng, which is Draftkings, where we should be seeing this moving within the next few days or weeks, and price targets to go along with these predictions. So firstly, with Draftkings, we're up 3% today, and that's why I thought we were doing it, because we're getting some good movement on Draftkings. Looking at the longer term 4-hour and the 180-day chart, you can kind of see that we've had big swings in Draftkings, going from swing high, swing low, newer swing high, and not quite a newer low. So that does indicate that it's still more bullish over time, which is quite good. And so as we're more bullish, or at least I've been more bullish on it, we'll go over the price targets to the top side first, and then we'll go over the targets to the lower side and maybe entry areas that I would personally be looking at to getting in. So to the upside, we could be seeing some heavy resistance around this 57.90 level, and obviously these levels do actually change because they're not normal manual plotted support and resistance lines, but instead statistical deviation channels, which basically means 68% of the data will be within the orange lines, 95% of the data will be within the blue lines, and 99.7% of the data should be within the green lines. So if, let's say, in a week's time, that's when Dkng comes into these targets, then yes, they might have been changed a bit. But if you ever want to know the updated numbers, just ask in the comments and I'll reply to you probably within the hour. And I can give you the updated targets if you need to know them. So to the upside, our main areas of resistance that we could be seeing quite soon will be the 57.92, so kind of like the 58 area to the $64 level. Most likely happen with these levels is Dkng will eventually come up to this level, will probably pull back off this level and either come into this half deviation, which is currently around 54.50, and then either bounce back up, retest this level, and most likely break through and start going to try and test this $64 level. Now, what could always happen is we test this 57.90. At the time, it may be a bit lower, maybe a bit higher, but come into this level, test it, and then fade down, and we could get stuck into kind of this consolidation period that we've been having right now. And if we're on the daily chart, you can see it is quite a heavy area of kind of just consolidation. We've been stuck in here for quite a while, and as you can see, this high near enough matches up with about here. So over time, we may come up to this level, get some strong kind of resistance, and fail off this 58 level and kind of just come back into this consolidation period. Is quite possible until maybe some news pushes it out of those areas. So those would be the key targets to the upside. Again, if it goes further or you're looking for longer term price targets, the 54.85, so around $65, will be another key target. 71.70 or around $72 would be another target, and that kind of matches up on both of these. And then very extreme target would be around $80. Obviously, you can look at these fourth deviations as targets as well, but they're very unlikely to hit those kind of targets on the larger cap stocks. So you can see the fourth deviation is actually below the third deviation, depending if you're looking at the 4-hour or the daily. So what that does indicate to us is that we most likely won't break through this $72 level, at least until these deviations maybe move a bit, as it's very unlikely for a large cap stock to kind of just break out of those levels, because they're a lot more respected, and obviously you have more, unlike a penny stock, you tend to have investors in these stocks, so that's when they tend to be locking in profits and then waiting for it to pull back, maybe to get in with new size. So those are the key levels to the upside I would be looking at. And onto the downside, if we see a breakdown, $44 and around $44.70, the $47 level is not something I'd personally be buying at, but is a level we may bounce off. You can see we've had tons of support here in the past, and it's also where our statistical deviation is. However, as we kind of just consolidated on this level, it's not an area I would look to go long, and instead I would wait for that lower $44 target. If we did somehow break down lower, these would be our targets just on screen. And again, these would all be considered low risk entries if you are looking maybe to swing trade or invest off these levels. So in summary, what I think, my prediction, so these are our price targets. If you just want to know the price targets, that's it. Now quickly go on to my prediction, what I think will happen with Draftkings in the next few days or weeks. I do think we'll come up to this 57 or 58 level, test it, most likely pull back a bit before breaking through further, and then we will have the major resistance at this 33.80 to around $65 level, and this is where I think it will fail. I think it will come up, test this, may pull back to this 58 level, retest it one more time, but I don't think we'll actually break through, and I think we'll continue lower from there on. So make of that or what you will. That's personally what I think will happen, and I will kind of be trading it in that way if it comes into those deviation levels. So I hope you enjoyed the video, hope to see you in the next one, and that's it. Peace.